loss against the Saints, the worst of Brady's career. He had just one 30-point loss in his entire career entering that game. And thanks in part to 3 interceptions and getting sacked 3 times, he had a QBR of 3.8, which is his worst in any game since QBR first became a thing in 2006. And the Buccaneers finished that game stunningly with just 5 rushing attempts for the game. That is the fewest in any recorded game since individual stats began to be kept in 1933. So let me bring the guys in on this subject, which I find to be fascinating. And I will say that again. That is the fewest rushing attempts any NFL team has ever had in recorded history, which goes back 87 years. So, Dominique, how do we explain what happened to the Buccaneers and Tom Brady on Sunday night?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we all thought they would be getting better as the season goes on, but that game, maybe you could say it was just a fluke. It seemed like there were a lot of unlucky things that happened to them that made it even worse, but they just played really badly. And I understand why they didn't run the ball a lot, because they were down by 100 after the first quarter. So, that's not as much a concern as it is they need to figure out how to stop somebody. And it's not as if the Saints are some offensive juggernaut, or at least we don't think of them that way so far this season. So that defense is the reason why I like Tampa Bay, but they were a big reason why they lost last week.
Now, RC, we have made a big deal on this program in the last 2 days about the comments Bruce Arians has made, which seemed to be pointing a finger of blame at Tom Brady. He didn't say his name, but that certainly was the way that Marcus Spears took it on this show yesterday, and Jeff Saturday took it on this show yesterday. What do you make of what we can see of the relationship right now between the coach and the quarterback in Tampa?
I mean, after being on a team with BA and seeing the way that he was with Ben Roethlisberger, I think this is a total relationship thing. You know, even though Tom Brady has all the respect in the world for what he's done in his career, he didn't do those things for Bruce Arians. The Bruce Arians-Tom Brady relationship started at age 43. They haven't won 6 Super Bowls. They haven't been to 9. And so he's treating Tom Brady like he would treat any other quarterback that's his first-year quarterback. And so you're going to get these things from BA. BA's a tenured coach. BA's a coach with a lot of respect in this league. He doesn't feel like he has to walk around on eggshells and not say things that he wants to say. Now, I will say this. Back in the day, when he and Ben would go golf together and when they were homeboys that hung out in the offseason, he wouldn't do these things. He wouldn't treat Ben this way. He wouldn't get the opportunity to come out and say these things because he was just a little old offensive coordinator. That dynamic has changed. And so when he's speaking about Tom Brady, he's speaking about the game from his perspective. He's talking about a guy that plays quarterback for his team that he's actually not that close to. And I do believe there has to be, at least in some way, a power struggle in that building between the GOAT, the greatest of all time that played quarterback, and a coach that wants to coach his team and have his team a certain way. And I think sometimes we see the lack of relationship show up in Bruce Arians' comments about Tom Brady.
Now, Nick, in your notes, you said you think that this could actually wind up being Bruce Arians' best coaching moment of the season. Why?
Yeah, I don't think it's a mistake. I don't think it's emotional. It's happened too many times for me to think that it's just Bruce Arians trying to coach Tom Brady through the media. Bruce Arians is a smart man, and he's a veteran coach. He knows that if he wants to tell Tom Brady something, he can go talk to Tom Brady. I think this is about Tom Brady being the greatest of all time, about Tom Brady being a 6-time Super Bowl champ who is elevated above the rest of the team. And Bruce Arians is doing this. This is a performance by him to bring Tom Brady down to the level of the rest of his teammates, because I believe that division is dangerous when you have that there. So I think that Tom is comfortable with it. I think the players, it puts Tom on their level, and it makes for a better team, because you don't want to create that division where it's like Tom is here and the rest of you are down here. No one likes the teacher's pet. So Bruce Arians is doing Tom Brady a favor. He's doing this team a favor by, whenever he gets the opportunity, making sure that everybody on that team understands that Tom Brady is just like them. He's one of them, or he's trying to make them feel like he is as close to them as possible. Because I think that is healthy for the culture of the team, much healthier than having Tom Brady just out there like, oh, he can do no evil, he's perfect, and the rest of you guys better figure it out.
I get it. So let's just make this as simple as we can. The Saints are now 6-2, and the Buccaneers are 6-3. New Orleans swept the season series. We had numbers from our analytics that said before that game, the Buccaneers had a 70% chance to win the division. Now the Saints have a 70% chance. Ryan Clark, who wins the NFC South?
To me, it's going to be the New Orleans Saints, and I picked the New Orleans Saints to win the NFC South in the beginning of the season because I thought they'd be better early, but they seem to be getting healthy. They seem to be getting more cohesiveness, and so I think the Saints finish out the season winning the South.
It's going to be fascinating to see. That game really flipped a lot of people's perspective. All right, much more to do here. Right now, it is time for the tweets. Roll it. It's time for Ryan Clark to explain his tweets.
Get in the gym, bro. Well, I just got buffalo chicken dip, babe.
Football or any genre, and so we will take a look at 3 of the tweets that he had this week, and Ryan will explain exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir.
My first tweet, right, is a misspelling, right? So it's what in the Patrick Swayze. I just need you to know that.
Okay. It was your misspelling, or did we misspell it? Let's take a look at it and we'll see. Here's the tweet.
I misspelled it.
Bro, Philip Peanut Butter Rivers just fell out of the blue, out of nowhere, trying to make a tackle. What in the Patrick Swayze tripped him, and why did Clark step over him like he was Ty Lue? Boy, I am crying. Ryan Clark, explain that tweet.
Bruh, so Peanut Butter Rivers comes from Mina Kimes. One time we were taping something and she called him Peanut Butter instead of Phillip Rivers. I don't know if that's because he has 9 children, makes a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm not sure. But he's trying to make a tackle. There is no one around him, nothing. And all I could imagine was Patrick Swayze standing behind him making pottery as he fell down. And then Chuck Clark, after he hit him with the crossover, he Ty Lue'd him. Y'all remember that when AI hit him with the crossover to step back for the 3 in game 1? He crosses over Phillip Rivers and he reaches up and does the dead bug. Y'all know what the dead bug is. I would raise my feet up if I didn't have on shorts and I had on shoes, but he's reaching for him like this, and when he's done, he just lays on the ground. He looks like a dude that wife was gone all day and he had to stay home with his 9 children, and by the time he got home, this was all he could do. When you're Phillip Peanut Butter Rivers, you do not want to make a tackle. Anybody that has played that many games, thrown that many picks, and has never made a tackle shouldn't even be trying.
Okay, next one. As Ryan Clark explains his tweets, here's this. If Russell Wilson would have completed that pass to Tyler Lockett, I was cutting off these TVs and taking a nap. Bro went with a James Harden step back to Giannis Euro to dodge the blitz. Then Grant Hill to Christian Laettner sidearmed one to the pylon. He dang near caught it too. Ryan, let's explain that tweet.
Well, first of all, I'm missing basketball, which you can obviously see. But there's a rush on Russell Wilson, and he hit him with the step back, and then he comes through, and as he slides through, he throws this side-on ball to the pylon. I'm thinking, man, Russell Wilson is throwing this ball away, but it's a great job escaping the blitz. No, bro, that was almost a touchdown. That's the type of zone Russell Wilson's in. And I know we're going to fall off of him a little bit, and we're going to scream Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers because he's thrown a couple of picks. That's because he's playing with no defense. This team walks out on offense, he plays, and then the defense just let people run through him. But when you see a play like that, you start to see why Russell Wilson is so special. You see why they are letting him cook. And now, are they letting him cook with the best ingredients? Hell no, because of that defense. But when you see a dude step through, and y'all remember the Grant Hill to Christian Laettner joint, that's when he went bam, bam on Kentucky. We almost had the same type of finish if Tyler Lockett pulls that ball down.
That's exactly right. They've scored 34 points in both of their losses this year. Okay, one more Ryan Clark tweet. Here we go. See, man, this is why you have to rewatch games more than once. Never in my little life has a quarterback taken the snap in jet motion. Dang, Patrick Mahomes got the shotgun snap on the move, did a pirouette rollout, and threw the TD to Demarcus Robinson. It's a god-darn circus. Ryan Clark, explain that tweet.
You know what? I'm starting to hate Patrick Mahomes, and not hate in the bad way, hate in the good way. You remember kind of how Eddie Murphy hated the moonwalk? Why did Eddie Murphy think the moonwalk was stupid on Raw? He thought it was stupid because he could not do it. That's how I'm starting to feel about the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes drew up a play where he is going to fake talk to Travis Kelce. They're not only drawing up plays about X's and O's, they are now doing theater. They do theater in Kansas City. It's not football anymore. He fake talks, and then he takes off at jet motion. First of all, jet motion is usually saved for fast people. Patrick Mahomes ain't fast. That tells you how much they don't care. And then they actually give you run action. Everybody know Patrick Mahomes ain't finna run no quarterback keep, but you're so dumbfounded that they were fake talking that you're stupid and you actually go that way. And then he rolls out, throws the ball on the run to Demarcus Robinson, who is wide, butt booty naked open. You know why? Because you stupid, you saw Patrick Mahomes talking, they're playing games, they fake ran, and you went for it, and now he's by himself, alone, throwing touchdowns. I'm actually sick of the Kansas City Chiefs. They are now making the league. It's not even fun no more. To watch other teams play football is boring. When your quarterback drops back and just sits in the pocket and throws the ball, I don't want to see that no more. I want to see him throw it underhand. I want to see him throw it behind his back. I want to see him throw it no look. I want to see him throw it with his left hand. And I want him to fake.
themselves at this point. They're doing ridiculous things with this motion. It's like you have that kid in class who has done the homework before everybody else, and the teacher got to give them some extra work so they don't get bored and distract everybody else. That's what they're doing for Patrick Mahomes and his offense. They're like, all right,